Have you ever met someone who never says no? Someone who agrees so easily that it changes their life in ways they never expected? Today, I'm going to tell you the remarkable story of a boy whose simple habit of saying yes to everything opened the door to wisdom, courage, and even danger. And along the way, you'll learn 5 powerful English phrases that will make your speaking clearer, more natural, and more confident. So stay with me, because by the end of this video, you won't just know the story, you'll walk away with new English skills and a life lesson that just might change how you make decisions. Welcome back to Wisdom Mindset Tales, where stories meet English learning and life lessons meet personal growth. If you're new here, consider subscribing, because every week, we bring you stories that help your mind grow and your English flow. Today's story is simple, memorable, and surprisingly powerful. It is the story of Rafi, a gentle, polite boy from a small riverside village. A boy who had one unusual habit. He never said no, not to adults, not to friends, not to strangers, not even when he felt uncomfortable. And yet, this small habit would shape his entire life. The boy who never said no. Rafi lived in a quiet village where people were friendly and life moved slowly. He loved helping others, carrying groceries for an old woman, guiding tourists who got lost near the river, or running errands for neighbors. Every time someone asked him for a favor, he had one response: "Sure, I can do that," even when he was tired, even when he didn't want to, even when he had homework waiting. People liked him because he was helpful. They praised him, they trusted him, they depended on him. But there was something Rafi didn't realize yet. When you always say yes, people start assuming you're available, even when you're not. The festival challenge. One evening, the village prepared for a big festival. Lights hung across the streets, food vendors set up colorful stalls, and children laughed while running around with lanterns. Rafi wanted to enjoy the festival too. He had been waiting an entire year, but just as he stepped out of his house, he heard someone call, "Rafi, can you carry these heavy baskets for me?" Rafi smiled politely. "Sure, and do that." A few minutes later, "Rafi, can you take my son to the fairground?" "Rafi, can you help fix my lantern?" "Rafi, could you help decorate this stall?" And every time, he said the same thing: "Sure, can do that." Hours passed. The festival lights glowed beautifully, but Rafi was too busy helping everyone else to enjoy the night himself. Later, as the fireworks exploded in the sky, Rafi stood alone at the edge of the river, exhausted, frustrated, and wishing he had just said one simple word. No, that night, he wondered, is saying yes always the right thing? The next morning, Rafi walked by the riverside, thinking about last night. There he met a mysterious old traveler sitting under a tree. The traveler smiled and asked, "You look troubled. Why so serious, young man?" Rafi explained everything, how he always said yes, and how it was starting to exhaust him. The old traveler nodded slowly. "Let me tell you something," he said. "In life, every yes carries a responsibility, and every no protects your time and your energy." Rafi looked confused. "But saying no feels rude." The traveler chuckled. "No, my boy. Saying no is honest. Saying no is healthy. And sometimes, saying no is the most respectful thing you can do for others and for yourself." Then the traveler shared a phrase that Rafi had never heard before: "You can't pour from an empty cup." These words stayed in his mind. Despite the traveler's advice, Rafi returned to village life. One day, something unusual happened. A group of older boys wanted to cross the river using a small, unsafe boat that rocked dangerously in the water. "Rafi," they said, "come with us. It'll be fun." Rafi hesitated. He looked at the weak rope tied to the boat, the deep river, and the dark clouds in the sky. He wanted to say no, every part of him screamed no, but he didn't want to disappoint them. He didn't want to appear afraid, so he forced a smile. "Sure, and do that." The moment the boat left the shore, it began to shake. Halfway across, the rope snapped. Water started pouring in. Everyone panicked. Rafi remembered the traveler's words, and for the first time in his life, he shouted, "No, we have to go back." He grabbed a stick and paddled furiously toward the shore. The others followed his lead. Somehow, they made it back safely. The older boys, out of breath, looked at Raffi in shock. "You saved us," one of them said. Raffi didn't feel like a hero. He felt something even more powerful. He felt the strength of saying no. After that day, Raffi changed. He still helped people. He was still polite. He was still kind. But now he had balance. When someone asked for help, he no longer replied blindly. He asked himself, "Do I really have time? Is this safe for me? Is this helping or hurting me?" And sometimes he said, "I'm sorry, I can't help right now," or maybe later, but not at the moment. People respected him even more. Why? Because when he did say yes, his yes truly meant something. Now that you know Raffi's journey, let's break down 5 powerful English phrases from the story that you can start using today. Phrase 1. Sure. And do that. This is a polite way of agreeing. It's casual, friendly, and commonly used in everyday English. Example, "Can you help me move this chair?" Sure. And do that. Use it when you genuinely want to help. Phrase 2. You can't pour from an empty cup. Meaning, you cannot help others if you are mentally or physically exhausted. Use this phrase when talking about self-care or setting boundaries. Phrase 3. I'm sorry, can't help right now. A polite, respectful way to say no. It softens the refusal while still setting a clear boundary. Phrase 4. Is this helping or hurting me? This phrase helps you think before agreeing to something. Use it when making decisions or giving advice. Phrase 5. Maybe later, but not at the moment. This is a gentle way to delay a request without rejecting it completely. Perfect for situations where you are busy, but willing to help later. Raffi learned something that we all need to remember. Saying yes doesn't make you a good person. Saying no doesn't make you a bad person. What truly matters is balance. Because your time, your energy, your well-being are all valuable. And sometimes, the strongest thing you can say is a simple, honest no. Thank you for watching this story and learning 5 powerful English phrases with us. If you enjoyed the lesson and the message, don't forget to like the video, comment your favorite phrase, share this story with someone who always says yes. Subscribe for more wisdom stories and simple English learning. And remember, your words have power, but so do your boundaries. See you in the next story. Take care and keep growing.